Hello. Well, that sucked. Sorry about that. Give me one sec. I literally had everything set up and then that happened. There we go. Close that down. Why? There we go. Close that. Okay, otherwise everything should be fine. But yeah. I'm not gonna open that again, I guess. See, that's gonna, if I'm gonna crush that quickly, I don't know if I can get to working on YouTube YouTube bot thumbnails stream, so I don't think I want to actually stream it. I just do it in the background. But anyways, hello everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. We're just gonna have a bit of a just chatting. I've been avoiding doing that for so long that I get a bit self-conscious about my just chatting skills. No one knows to bounce off at. I hope the volume's okay. Turn on the background music just a little bit, just in case. Yeah. Also, I forgot, I accidentally took a nap today. Like, I guess I was laying down and it was like 2 hours before my actual stream time. And I guess I just fell asleep. And I woke up 5 minutes before I was supposed to stream. Oh, shit happens. Oh yeah, let me add a, since I crashed already. Let me add a reset crash first, just in case. Nice. And then crash plus. Nice. Okay, cool. Anyway, let me open up Photoshop because let me distract myself and not feel lonely. Is this gonna kill my PC? Probably. I don't know. Hope this doesn't kill my PC. Probably will. I need to open 2 tabs. I need to open YouTube. I need to open YouTube to my account and check what I'm actually doing. Oh, okay. I don't really need to work on too many, but I have to figure out which one is which. I'm usually better at this, but oh well. So yeah, I'm back from my trip to a talkathon. I was in Montreal for a bit. It was super fun. It was really, really fun. I wanted to, me and my friends, I went with 2 other people. Me and my friends were there for mostly for the Niji stuff. Especially because, Albin and Uki were there. And one of my friends is an Albin Oshi. So, definitely had to go. It was her, first experience at a Niji concert. I mean, for me, myself, I've been to concerts before, never a Niji one, but I've been to a couple of other concerts before. Mostly just, either J-pop or J-rock related. And, it was super fun. I haven't been to one in a long time, so it was actually nice to be in that kind of environment again. You know, virtual or not. It was still super fun. Where's my shit? Which one are we doing now? Oh, I have to open the other thumbnail. PSD. Open this one. So let's see here. I mean, I guess I can go by the play-by-play. Maybe even tell you guys what stuff I bought. Hold on. Kind of lonely. Hold on, let me put on some music for myself. Oh yeah. So my friend just messaged me back about so I asked for them if it was okay to talk about Otakuthon and whether I can, you know, tell some stories or not. And my friend just gave me her consent, but to leave something out, and I'm not gonna mention it, but it was a pretty funny thing that occurred over the weekend. I will not share it. Don't worry about that. Oh, that's loud in my ear. Oh, that's loud. Okay. Cool. Skip. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh shit, what happened? Where did I put it? There we go. Anyways, I guess I could just give you like how each day went. So let's see. So we left on the the Thursday. It's funny because last year I did not sleep at all before going to Montreal. I went to Otakuthon for a week last year with a bunch of other friends, but this time we kept it really small. And last year I didn't get to sleep at all because, like a little kid, I got really excited about going, so I couldn't sleep. But this time I was able to actually sleep because I had the day before I had the day off to prepare and everything, and that kind of tired me out. So, and we had a later train, and that also really helped actually letting me get some sleep. I really hate waking up in the morning. So last year it was a really early morning train. I think it was around like 8 a.m. I think 8 or 9 a.m. And I hate waking up in the morning, so I couldn't really sleep at all. But this time, it was around sometime in the afternoon, so thank God. And the train ride there was, you know, pretty okay. We actually got we didn't know whether we were gonna get a 4-seater or just 2 seats, but then we realized once we got on the train, it was a 4-seater. And thank God, no rando stranger got to sit in on our last 4th seat. We went in a group of 3, and we went in and sat down on the 4-seater, and just praying to God that 4th seat wouldn't be taken. What do I want to name? What kind of comment do I want to put on this thumbnail? For context, I'm working on one of my Harvest Moon thumbnails. Let's see. What did I title it before? Let me just put that. What was I doing that day? Oh yeah, this is when I took my other 5-day vacation. Is this Roselia? It is Roselia. Sunlit musical. Where was I? Oh yeah. Thank God like that 4th seat was not taken, so we were able to just basically fill it up with our bags, or bags that we were able to take on, and just chat pretty much the whole time through. We actually had a table in the middle of us, so it was also that, thank God. But I remembered I did, you know, take a quick nap maybe twice towards the last 2 hours. Train ride itself was like 4 to 5 hours. Oh yeah, the train. Oh my God. Okay, so usually the train is gonna be like 4-5 hours long, but I think somewhere around the middle, the train suddenly just stops in the middle of, well, I don't fucking know where it was, but it stopped, and we were just wondering, like, okay, weird, but all right. Then we get the announcement over the intercom saying that there's some damage or something on the rails, on the train rail tracks. So we were paused there for God knows how long. I think it was about an hour and 15 minutes from what I remember. But basically, we just had to wait until technicians arrived on site to check out the tracks to make sure that it was okay to just continue. But it would take them, like, from the start of when we stopped, and we were already stopped by 15 minutes at that point. They said that it would take another half hour for the technicians to get there. And so, okay, fuck. Well, I guess we're just stuck. Nothing to do but to, you know, just sit there and wait. You know, we all had our phones and everything. And, what the fuck is it called? The technicians finally came after 30 minutes, and then, probably took another 15 to 30 minutes to actually get it fixed for whatever it was. And then, you know, the person on the intercom, the staff on the intercom. Hold on one sec. The hell? Hold on. Ow! I think I stepped on some glass. Oh yeah, I feel it in my foot. Ow! Sorry, one sec. Where's my tweezers? Oh, I think I'm bleeding. No, I am definitely bleeding. I need a tissue to cover this up. Sorry, I literally hit unmute, and as I was about to sit down, I felt something sharp on my foot. I think I'm okay. I am bleeding a little bit, but not that much. Now you might be wondering, Noi, how did you step in glass in your own room? Simple answer, really. I dropped a glass in my room, like a glass cup in my room, earlier this afternoon. Thought I cleaned it all up, but I guess it didn't. It was a really, really tiny shard that I stepped on. Still bleeding. Oh my god. It's not one of those like profusely bleeding. It's like so small that it comes in little dots. Sorry, hold on one sec. I don't think I need a band-aid just to continuously put pressure on it. Okay, I'll do an... You think I'd sweep properly, but I guess I just missed a spot. I'll probably do another sweep after stream, just in case. I think I'm good. It's not bleeding. Okay. Sorry. Fuck. Now I don't remember where I was. Right, the fuck, what is it called? The rail track technicians, they finally came. But, because everyone, like, they just came, and we're still waiting. It's been almost an hour at this point. It's been, people were getting restless. They're just walking up and down the trains. Of course, people are, you know, getting antsy and, you know, worried that they're going to be late for their stuff, right? Whatever they need to do, get back to their destinations and whatever. But, oh my god. I just remembered, like, throughout the whole thing, and especially when the train stopped. So my friend and I were sitting next to each other on the 4-seater, and we were you know, we were leaned over onto the table, just, you know, chatting amongst ourselves. But also because there was 2 kids behind us just kicking and screaming, and now they were kicking and screaming even more behind us against our chairs, and we were trying so hard not to be not to look over at them, you know, and out, you know, retrospect, we should have said something earlier, but we didn't want to, you know, social anxiety and shit like that. I didn't want to confront them about it. They're just kids, they're getting restless, kind of understandable. But also, like, bro, control your kids. They need to stop kicking people's seats. I don't care how young you are. You gotta teach them. But yeah, kicking and the whole seat kicking thing is it is basically a throughout thing throughout the entire journey there, until I think the last like 2 hours or so, the mom started to notice that they were kicking our chairs, and you know, we've been glancing back every now and again because yeah, we're getting fucking annoyed. And she tried to control him, like, hey, don't kick the seats in front of you, it's not nice, and stuff like that. You know, control yourselves, don't kick the seats, don't pull the chairs. And you know, it did stop, like it did lessen a lot since then. It was still kind of annoying because there would be the occasional kick, but you know, kind of just ignore it. You know, and then after an hour and 15 minutes that we were delayed, we finally start moving, and I think that the train started cheering. I don't quite remember. I was kind of out of it by then because I was tired. Let me see. Maybe I should change the little me PNG on this. Yeah, I'll change it to that one. Move it here. Oh shit, there we go. It's fine enough thumbnail for now. Save as JPEG. Oh no, what was the date for this one? Oh, okay, yeah. I played this thumbnail, like this game, the 8th. No, I could just attempt to stream Photoshop. Yeah? Yeah, let's attempt to. Which one would it be? Window capture. Is it here? No. Oh, let's put this under the overlay. There we go. Let me fix that. I hope I don't crash. It's very, very simple, my thumbnails. I don't want to do anything super fancy or whatever. Just what it is, what I played, and that's it. There we go. And I'm also just trying to find like officially available pictures. I'm not using anybody's like artwork or anything like that. This one's saved. I also have 2. One for Harvest Moon because I feel like I'm gonna be playing this quite often, so I don't really want to move anything too much. And then run one for a normal one, so I can just move shit around and it not, you know, it doesn't have to stay in the same place essentially. But I've already did this one, so we can move on. I'm gonna upload this right now. This one here. Save changes. The next one is an Arknight stream that I did. I don't think. Let's see here. No, I don't have an Arknight thumbnail PSD, so that's fine. I can use this one. What did I play? What was I playing? Tackling EX stages? Which EX stages was I tackling? Let me see. Let me just watch real quick. Oh my god, please. Which EX stage was I doing? Oh, it's the, what's it called? It's the Reed event one. Okay. The previous event. Sorry, I can't remember what the event title is off the top of my head. Where the fuck? What is this song? Sorry, skip. Skip. I'll do this one. Speaking of Arknights, I'm not streaming the rerun event just because I've already played it. And there's not really much for me to optimize because after I played it, I went to do optimizing when it first ran. So there's really no point in me actually doing it. So right now I'm just farming. I think the 7th stage had the guaranteed Ori rocks. So that's all I'm really just farming because those are a bitch to farm for in the normal stages. Where the fuck is events? What? No. My foot started stinging, so I thought it was bleeding again. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that what I originally planned for today's stream wasn't gonna work out. The only reason was because I didn't my voice wasn't feeling very well, and that's because I wanted to do either like, you know, a high energy game or quote unquote maybe maybe a a karaoke stream, but that's I'm gonna have to leave that for another day. Where the fuck is it? Global events. Why can't I fucking find it? Cause this is Vernal Winds. Okay. I can't for the life of me remember what the previous event was called. What is this? What song is this? Oh! Max. Maybe because I can't navigate this fucking site when it's compressed like this. Hyphen? No, not that one. Oh, there it is. This one. God fucking damn it. That was way harder than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, let me get an officially available image to make a thumbnail out of. Copy image. Why did that take so fucking long for me to find? Oh my god. Oh shit. There we go. Right layer space. This is not Star Rail. Turn that off. Which one of me should I use? This one. I'll use this one. Let's go unhinged. I'll make... There we go. I move myself over here. See, these thumbnails aren't very creative. I feel like I should make it more creative, but also like it's just a VOD thumbnail. I don't really need to now, do I? Should I even... I'm gonna make myself bigger, actually. Oh, whoops. Whoops. But yeah, I was talking about my trip. This was on the Darknights. Well, the first day, of my trip. Once we finally got in, we were like an hour and 50 minutes delayed, and you know, we had to buy our transit cards, our fares in order to get to the Airbnb. You know, not very you know, eventful until until we get to our actual Airbnb. And and albeit, you know, the Airbnb was very, very nice. It just was in a place that we originally didn't think it wasn't in a place where we originally thought it was for some reason. And that being said, it's probably just we didn't check the Airbnb location properly. It wasn't a huge issue or anything, but we did have to take the subway there and then walk about 20 minutes with our luggage to the actual Airbnb. It was basically just a straight shot, so it wasn't that bad, to be quite honest. Let me upload this right now. Save. Hold on, I think my... Okay, so I have an order for when my VODs get uploaded. There's a schedule. And right now, it's off schedule. Let me double check on my actual Twitch page. It could just be that I edited it in the wrong. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Hold on. This... This comes after... Yeah, this comes after my Harvest Moon video. Oh, Harvest Moon stream. So why is that dated for that day? Am I reading this wrong? I think I read this wrong. I think I dated it wrong, that's why. Shit. 1 sec. Does this tell me what day comes? No, it does not, unless I go on Twitch's actual website. And that's gonna make me crash for sure. Oh, this is gonna bother me now. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it as it is, and I'll fix it for later. And then... What the fuck was this? Why did I stream Arknights for two times in a row? Guys, I'm sorry. I do play other games. Why am I playing? Why am I playing Arknights this day? Is this? Is this? Is this? Oh. What the fuck? What is it? What did that? Why is this? Why did this get uploaded before the other one? That means this is supposed to come before that one. I see what's happening here. And let me upload this afterwards. Oh my god. So every VOD upload is supposed to be 2 days after each other, and now why did I realize now that these are incorrect? That means this one should go with that one. Okay, let me fix it up. Let me fix it up. Yeah. Okay, so this is the regular firelight event run, as in like the actual regular run, not the EX stages. That should be uploaded after the original run. So why didn't it export like that? Now I'm confused. I mean, there was a time where exporting videos was not an option for me for whatever reason, because Twitch's website is it's just Okay, let me see if I can actually fix this. What are the firelight casts? Can't believe I got and confused myself. Okay. So this one should be EX stages. I'm gonna make this a little larger. Anyways, yeah, we got home. We got to our Airbnb, but the thing is, our stupid Airbnb didn't send check-in instructions. So we got to the Airbnb and we were trying to figure out how to get inside. And, you know, I don't really blame my friend because they're the one who booked the Airbnb. They were under the impression that the Airbnb was actually going to send us the check-in instructions the day before, and that's what they said when they first messaged after we booked the Airbnb. They said that they were going to send in the check-in instructions the day before that our actual reservation. They didn't. So when we got there on the Thursday night, we got there around 11 because we were supposed to get there by 10 or 11-ish. No, we were supposed to get there by 10. No, we were supposed to get there by 9, but we got there at 10:30-ish. Oh, I'm still bleeding. So we're outside the building, no check-in instructions. So we thought, oh, okay. On the actual booking list, it's the Airbnb listing itself. It says, you know, check-in is through a lockbox. We couldn't find the lockbox. We assumed that there was like going to be an easy lockbox for us to open and then we can use it. But no, there wasn't. We only found a mailbox, but that's locked from the inside. So you know, when we open, so us having walked 20 being an hour late, walking 20 minutes to our Airbnb, and waiting outside the building now with all of our luggage, we were looking like a whole bunch of weirdo creepers trying to figure out how the fuck to get inside. There is even also a bunch of people who are walking past us into the same building that our Airbnb was located in. They're asking like, hey, what's going on? And we're like, oh no, we're just waiting for our Airbnb host to send in, check-in instructions. We're like, oh, okay, cool. But it was just so weird because it just looked like a whole bunch of like weirdo teenagers or weirdo adults trying to break into a building. And so my friend, they felt really bad about it because they said that they should have checked in with them to see like, hey, where's the instructions? But I really, really don't blame them, because usually Airbnb hosts are supposed to be really, really good about these things. They're supposed to know when you're coming. They're supposed to send you the check-in instructions and, keep their word. That's how you get good numbers, right? Good ratings. So we ended up having to message them, but messaging them took too long. So we ended up having to call them. And so we called them and we told them like, hey, we're actually right outside the Airbnb. Can you just give us the check-in instructions, how to get inside, and what our actual location is supposed to be, like our actual suite? They're like, and after we told them, they're like, oh, let me call you back after I talk with my assistant. And then they hung up. And I'm standing there just thinking like, you fucking forgot about us, didn't you? I'm pretty sure they forgot that they had a booking with us. And that's why they didn't send the instructions. And I'm pretty sure because it's now like it's 11 at night. We've been outside waiting for about almost like 45 minutes already. So, and it's almost midnight. So I'm assuming that they probably, the whole hosting, family group, whatever, or maybe just asleep. And so now they have to wake them up to figure out what's going on. And maybe after 10 minutes, they finally sent us the check-in instructions. And it was a huge like paragraph, like one of those essay texts of how to get in, what to do, where you are, what to do when you leave, blah 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 blah. And I'm just thinking to myself, they really fucking forgot about us, didn't they? I'm pretty sure they fucking forgot about us. Basically, on the first day we were almost homeless. And I kind of wished that they did forget about us. Solely for the fact that if they did forget about us and like, I don't know, God forbid, canceled our Airbnb and we were stranded in the middle of the night in Montreal, we could just contact Airbnb and just have them get us a new a place to stay, and it'd be all on them, right? They would cover the costs for the Airbnb. This is for the 16th. This one. Change to... Wait, did I... Did I not save it in the right folder again? Ah, where did I save it to? No, I saved it here. What the fuck? Where did it go? Oh, it's up here. Rename. also try to keep everything as organized as possible. Okay, let me actually rework the upload schedule for this. This one is supposed to be... This one should be on the 31st then. This should be... Oh, what the fuck's going on? Why is everything not loading? There we go. Why did you not save? 31st. And then this one would be the 2nd. This one would be the 4th. Oops, that's the 3rd. Yep. Okay, now it looks better. Did I not play the Vernal Winds EX stages on stream? Oh, I didn't play the first part, but then I did play the EX stages on stream. Okay, that's fine. Now I gotta do the Vernal Winds thumbnail. Let's do the Vernal Winds thumbnail. Let's see here. I could do that one. Should I just do the actual event? The actual event, promo art? I probably should, right? Yeah. Hope this lets me. Yes, perfect. I'm still really salty that I didn't get... Okay, maybe really salty is probably a strong term, but I'm still sad that... Ew, why is it crunchy looking? I don't want that. That, I didn't get Chongya. But it's whatever. I guess it's whatever. Why is this such a shitty quality image? Am I listening to an Arknight song right now? One sec. No, it's not. Skip. Skip, skip, skip. Instead of that, let's go to this mix playlist. Oh, this one. You know, I could just go on the official. It's Twitter. Can I do that? I think so. Let's do that. Let's see here. I could just use this picture of Jongya. Let's see if I can find something else instead. Or I can use beans. Oh, that'd be so cute. I love the beans so much. Anyways, yeah, or I could just use the banner art. No, I'll just use a picture of Chongyua. This is from the official Twitter, so it should be fine. Do I not have... Here we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. It has to be at 0. There we go. Link for Chongus. This one, I need to make the text smaller. Like, I could be more creative, but I don't want to be. I mean, his first day was kind of like... Oh, shit. Yeah. And we finally got our, Airbnb... Airbnb... instructions, and we just kind of like finally got in, rested for tomorrow, ordered in some pizza and water. Pizza was actually kind of terrible though, but you know, what did we expect? It was like basically midnight pizza, and everything in Montreal kind of closes around like 5, just like around 5 or 7 depending on the day, which is kind of ass, you know, considering that we come from a place where it's on the 4th. We come from a place where everything's either open late or at least later. So it was actually really difficult in finding some food. I mean, I did bring some snacks, but nothing substantial, and we were like hungry. So we got some pizza from a late night pizza place, and some water. Pizza was not good. Okay, let me upload this. Oops. Okay, one more. Oh, it's my Honkai stream where I pulled for Dami Mommy. I can't believe I got her E1. Let's see. Honkai Star Rail Kafka. I'm gonna see if I can find some official art of her. I'll go on the official Twitter first. I'll just do this one and I just completely cover Blade. I didn't end up pulling for Blade. Let's do this one. Oh, it's already fit. Nice. Let's cover Blade. Let's put myself up there. Where is he? Where's myself? Where's myself? Open eyes. Happy? Yeah, let's cover. Here? Here. Oh, I'll just put it there for now. Let's be grammatically correct. Or maybe I should use a different. Maybe this one. I actually kind of like this better. Oops. Image. Ah, same size. Okay, never mind. Now you might be wondering why I just layer all of the thumbnails on top. Nope, top of each other. Because what if I need it later? Yeah. Use my body to cover up the words. I don't have Blade, but whatever. What's the date for this one? The 9th. Oops. 809. Save. Oh, is it not saving? Changes? Reload it, I guess. Save. There we go. And that's all the thumbnails I needed to do. What should we do today? What should we do now? Oh yeah, if I continue the story. I guess we can just go to bed for the night and then... I mean, well... Is this Ren? Am I listening to Ren? It is Ren. But yeah, I guess next day on my trip was day 1 Otakuthon, which was funny because we didn't at first we didn't know that there was going to be a thing happening on the Friday of Otakuthon. So originally we thought we were going to take it easy and just go in a little later. And then I happen to wake up around maybe like 8:30, 9 o'clock ish. And I wake up and I was about to go to the bathroom. And my friends tell me, Noi, there's a game show happening at 11 o'clock. Or not, was it 11 o'clock? Or there was a game show happening at whatever time it was supposed to happen. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. All right, I guess I gotta hurry then. And so now we're not rushing, but we are just trying to get ready very quickly in order to reach the venue as early as possible, not early as possible, but like as quickly as possible, so we can, you know, start lining up if we need to. And eventually, you know, it didn't take us very long, but we actually decided, instead of just like busing and then subwaying there to the actual convention center or the actual convention hall, we decided to do an Uber instead. And Friday was the day we wanted to cosplay, so we're, oh shit, Mew, holy fuck, hello, thank you for the raid, thank you. Where's my OBS? Oh, hello raiders, my name is Noi Kenzaki. I am a half Oni stage performer, PNG tuber, and what we're doing right now, well, I just finished my YouTube thumbnails for my VODs, because I gotta upload those soon before Twitch automatically unarchives them. More red arrows. Let me get the paintbrush tool then. Do I have it on red? Hi, how's it going? I'm doing pretty okay. Hold on. Get out of here. Get out of here. How was your con trip? My con trip was pretty good. It was super fun. Oh wait, let me get that off there. I can't draw very well on keyboard and mouse. Nice. Where'd I go? I went to Montreal. I went to a Otakuthon where Uki and Albin were gonna be. From Niji Sanji. I was actually trying to tell my story about the first day there. I actually just started telling the story about the first day there, but I can rewind back to like the play-by-play. This is actually a lot easier now. I'm talking to actual people instead of like empty dead air. And but yeah, no, so I'll start from the beginning of day 1. Day 0 would be considered the day I actually got in. So day, yes please, if you don't mind. Do you want me to start from day 0 or do you want me to start from day 1? Because there's some shit happened on day 0 as well. Cross. Whatever is up to you. Okay, so I guess I can start from day 0. I don't really mind. The cliff notes of day 0 essentially was get on the wake up, get on the train, and train stops. We were delayed about an hour and a half, an hour and 15 to actually get to, in the middle of the actual train ride there. So the train ride itself was supposed to be about 5 hours. It took 6 hours. And during the whole train ride there's a bunch of kids sitting behind me and my friend, just kicking our chairs. It's annoying as fuck. And then we actually pull up It is now almost, it's 10:30, 11 o'clock. No, not the kids. I know. And because we were delayed about an hour and 15 minutes, like the train was stuck in the middle of wherever the fuck it stuck, wherever the fuck it was stuck at. We were not like any close to any station. We were not close to any, like, not no civilization, but we were like more so, rural area. And so, you know, everyone's getting restless now. The kids were getting extra restless, and throughout the whole trip there, those kids were so annoying. They were kicking our chairs so much to the point where the mom was actually noticing that we were giving them kind of like glances, and not dirty looks, but we're like glancing at each other, like kind of annoyed because they've noticed that their kids are kicking our chairs and we're not happy about it. So they tried to calm them down, and then from then on it kind of lessened, but they still every now and then get kicked. But they're kids, we don't really blame them for being restless and being stuck in a chair all like for the next 6 hours or so. And then now we pull up to the actual Airbnb that we were supposed to stay at, but surprise, surprise, Airbnb didn't send us our check-in instructions, so we look like a bunch of weirdo adults trying to break into a building to get into our Airbnb, because our Airbnb did not send us any way to get inside our Airbnb. So we had to message them and call them like, hey, we're here right now. Where's our information? Essentially, my assumption is that they forgot about us. They forgot, because my friend who booked the Airbnb was under the impression that the Airbnb would actually send us our instructions the night before. And the reason that they're under that assumption is because the Airbnb actually said, the host actually said, we'll send you your instructions the night before your trip, or the night before your stay. They did not. So we called them and they're like, let me call you back. I need to talk to my assistant. They forgot about us, basically. Yeah, so we were almost homeless on our first night there. and it's like 10:30, 11 o'clock by the time we get to our Airbnb. We're supposed to be there for like 9 o'clock. And we had to walk to our Airbnb 20 minutes because it was in a it was where we didn't originally thought it was going to be, and that's probably our fault because we didn't check properly, but it was fine. It was just a straight shot from the actual subway station. But and then I'm just thinking, you know, it's probably, if they actually did forget about us and they suddenly canceled on us, we could just contact Airbnb to get us another Airbnb stay for our trip, closer to the actual convention location. But the original Airbnb host managed to get us our information, and we got settled. We ordered some pizza. We watched some VTubers on TV. That's crazy. I know. We get it, and then, you know, we get settled. We ordered pizza, and this pizza was very terrible. Then again, it's basically almost midnight. And this was the only, like, one of the very few locations that was open late night, because in Montreal, like, stores and restaurants start closing around like maybe 5 o'clock or maybe even 7 o'clock, and then very, very few would be open around like almost midnight. So we basically just got leftover pizza. Sorry you guys had to go through that. That's a tough travel day. It's it's fine. Like, thanks for your thoughts. It's fine though. Makes for good storytelling, I guess. It makes the whole experience kind of like just funny. But yeah, pizza was terrible. It was a butter chicken pizza. True, an experience nonetheless. Yes. Yeah. It was, and the pizza was like a butter chicken pizza, and I forgot the other one was, but it had mushroom, tomato, and some meat on it. I don't remember. It was just, the only reason that it was terrible is because it didn't taste like much. But then again, we ordered it around midnight. And it was from a not a very far away location, but it was like further than you'd expect. And the area that our Airbnb was located at was more of like, oh my god, the Airbnb that our Airbnb was located at was literally surrounded, like the whole neighborhood was just automotive repair shops. There were no other shops there except for like one restaurant that was open late night and like 2-3 convenience stores. And the others are just like suburban houses. Suburban, not even suburban. Just buildings of residential area. It's basically a residential area surrounded by automotive repair shops. But yeah, there's that. And then now the day one, an actual day one. So we go into bed and we wake up, and I happen to wake up around like 8:30, 9-ish. And we thought, okay, we can probably just go in a little later because there's nothing happening. Like, that's the original thought from the night before. There's nothing happening on day one. We were just gonna go in, do our shopping, you know, maybe look at some cosplay, or maybe view a few panels. No, I wake up and I'm told by one of my friends, "Hey Noi, there's actually a game show happening around later today," and I'm like, "Excuse me." Oh, okay. I guess that means we have to get ready fast, right? And they're like, "Yeah, we gotta get ready like now." Okay, let me go to the washroom. And this was the day we wanted to cosplay, so I decided, like, so we were all just trying to get our cosplay ready and our makeup done and our hair done. And mine was like just super simple, just throw on the top and just do my hair, because I didn't need a wig for mine. It's just that I have accessories. Like I had a sword to bring, and then we had to go through weapons check, and then luckily my friend, like, it's a good thing that my friend who was cosplaying as well. Who did you cosplay as? It's actually my very first cosplay ever. I did Okotsuyuta from Jujutsu Kaisen. And my hair was short enough where I didn't need to actually style it. I mean, I didn't actually need to wear a wig, so I just had to style it. But the thing is, Yutu's hair is split on the opposite direction that my hair normally is split. Oh. Oh, why is my PNG not working? One sec. I'm back. Yes, I'm sorry. Crashes are very regular with me. Probably because I had Photoshop on idle for too long. Let me get my PNG to start working again. Come on. There I am. Okay, cool. Hello, I'm back. Luckily I have chat open on my phone. Got Kafka Void said, got Kafka and now I'm using Locha, Kafka, Pela, and Himego. Very nice. That's actually a very, very good team. Congratulations on getting Dami Mommy to come home. where was I? Styling my hair. Yeah. So yeah, I only just had to style my hair for Yuta. My other friends, they BGM a little loud. What the fuck? What the fuck is my BGM? What is my BGM? Is this better? Is that better? Hello? Hello? Okay, good. Good. Yeah, no, my hair is short enough so that I can just have to style my hair for Yuta. I really did not want to buy a wig because last time I had a wig, did not work out well for me. I got really itchy head, but I don't know if that's because of the quality of the wig or it's just I just don't vibe with it. But yeah, so my friends and I got ready, and then we actually ended up having to Uber there because we wanted to be there for like opening, like the day, like the moment the gates opened. And it's funny because we're we're the only ones in our area like in actual cosplay. And we ordered the Uber, and we get in the Uber, and the Uber is we get in, we get buckled up. He's like, is there an event going on right now? Like, why are you guys dressed up? And and apparently, like, it's not a big well-known fact that there's a con going on right now. And we actually like mentioned to him like there's a con at this location that we're going to, so if you want to like drive around there, you're bound to get a lot of Uber rides out of it, you know, try to help out the homie, I guess. So we get there and it's actually not that bad because even though we had to rush everything, we managed to get there early. Day one wasn't as eventful, I suppose, but day one was definitely one of those save my game, I'm not playing a game right now. But yeah, no, the game show that that Uki and Albin were supposedly supposed to be holding was later in the afternoon, so we actually had time to go around Artist Alley and vendors real quick, mostly just Artist Alley, and probably get the bulk of our shopping out of the way on that day. Friday was definitely not as crowded, thank God, and there's actually a whole bunch of really good artists there that I managed to snag a whole lot of stuff from. I wanted to do a con hall stream. This stream was actually supposed to be a con hall stream, but my gloves didn't come in, so we're probably gonna save that for maybe tomorrow. I know. Hi Chai, how are you? But yeah, if my gloves manage to come in on tomorrow, I'll do a con hall hand cam probably, if I can get that set up too, actually. But what happened? Been sitting here for an hour, but my headphones weren't oh. Were you sitting in my stream for an hour and your headphones weren't charged? I forgot to do before I slept. Oh. I mean, I appreciate if you were sitting in my stream for an hour. Oh god. So were you just listening to me in silence? Or was I just like on speaker? Oh, okay. Well, thanks for watching for as long as you did without your headphones. Let's see. But yeah, I eventually probably will want to do the hand cam if I can get that set up. I did have a tripod that came with my webcam, but I don't know where it is. I have to find it. And if my gloves come in, maybe not tomorrow actually. I think I have work until late. And then I have work again afterwards. I'll figure out the logistics of that later. But yeah. So the game show. So eventually when we decided at one point to just try and find the room that the game show was being held in. And one of my friends from our one of us from our 3-person group was gonna just sit there and chill because their feet was starting to hurt because of the cosplay shoes. And luckily I came prepared and gave them my slippers, my Adidas slides, not spawned. And she was just gonna chill there until until the actual time it was to go in. Luckily the line had not, when we went there to check it out, the line was not very long at all, thank God. But people have been waiting pretty much all day. Because of course they are. It's basically like a celebrity meet and greet. You want to be there as early as possible to get good seats. So fast forward to when the actual game show happens. We got in and me and my friends managed to snag maybe 3rd in line. And you know, the actual, you know, the VTubers are actually just on a giant screen themselves with, you know, their managers as MC. And the game show was basically Quiplash from Jackbox. We didn't know what that was going to be initially. They just told us to take out our phones, and then they're like, oh, we're gonna play some Quiplash with the boys, and whole room went nuts. Of course it did. And the first round of Quiplash, I actually managed to get into the first round with Uki and Alvin. I managed to actually get into the first round. So I actually played with them for a little bit. And it was fucking insane. And so because it was Quiplash, I don't think I have very witty quips for them to laugh at. So me and my friends, we were just huddled over my phone, trying to figure out what answers to give. And I don't know if you've seen it on no, I can't really tell you what answers I give because it might because I didn't use my name, like my Noi name here on Quiplash. I actually used my my personal, my main Twitter for that. So I put in a lot of answers. Dox yourself for fame? No. In hindsight, maybe I should have put Noi instead of my actual Twitter name. But yeah. Basically I got Uki to call me a fucker. I have been blessed by Uki and been called a fucker by him. Honestly, that invigorated me for the whole fucking day. But the thing is that during Quiplash, they would pick people who gave in really funny answers to give them to give autographs to, which was nice, I guess. But like, also in the first round, I was in second place to Uki. I thought I would get something, but no. I guess as long as you don't get first, or they don't like your answer, you don't get picked. So, which kind of was a bummer, but you know what? You know, I was called a fucker, so I think that's the best prize. I was perceived by Uki. But yeah, it was super fun after that. Oh, also that day during the line, I actually got to meet up with Bastard Energy. Basically. uh before we going in, in the line, I actually managed to meet with one VTuber friend here, Illyri VT. I got to meet up with her because she's actually like a really like a friend of mine from our past days in a different fandom. So it's kind of like the pipeline of having to basically we met up in J-pop. We kind of like separated and then we pipelined back to Niji Sanji. It's one of those things. You're into idols, you kind of stay in the realm of idols. Virtual or otherwise. And it was nice seeing her again. We've texted now a lot more than we had in the past ever since then. Well, yeah, that was fun. And that game show went on for like another couple of rounds. I forgot how many rounds. Once it was over, actually no, before that. Was it before that? No, it wasn't before that. That was the next day actually. Never mind. I'll get to that eventually. Yeah, but that went on for a couple more rounds. Once it was over and we left, we were still riding from the high that we were somehow acknowledged or perceived by our favorite idols. We went back to Artist Alley and vendors just to get an actual better look and take our time with stuff. And that was when, like when we were just about to leave, that was when I noticed there was an Azure Lane booth, you know, from Yostar, Hypergriff. There was an Azure Lane booth, but when I turned the corner, I didn't see it before. There was an Arknight's official store booth. I started losing my mind. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear the bell ringing. I'm kind of fidgeting with one of my keychains. But there was an Arknight's official booth, and it was broke Eric. No! There was an Arknight's official booth, and I saw it, and I only noticed because when I turned the corner, I saw a blue PVC bag, a see-through clear bag, plastic bag, that had Amiya on it, and I'm like, no fucking way. And then I noticed next to it was a box that had an the Originium slug plushie, and I was like, no fucking way. And we were leaving, right? So I didn't want to like buy a lot of stuff because I already had bought a lot of like art and keychains and shit like that. I don't want to bring any more stuff. But I told my friends, when we get back in tomorrow, the very fucking first thing I'm doing is hitting this Arknight store. And the next day, you know what I did? I hit the Arknight store. So I bought the PVC bag, the see-through bag. I bought a red Originium slug plush, which I love to fucking bits, because I've always wanted one. I wish they had beans though, the sui beans. And they had a whole bunch of other stuff, but it was already sold out, like the doctor messenger bag, which bummer. Makes sense though, because it's also like a very popular item on the Yostar website. And then I also got a Schwartz character cartridge. It was a single that you can buy in a set. Like there's a set, and one had Conviction. There's Exia, Schwartz, and I believe two others. I don't remember, but there was like an Exia and a Schwartz that came in a single, so I just bought that. I only bought Schwartz. And then I also bought an Texas acrylic keychain. And then what else did I get? I think that's all I got, because that was the only things available. They did have neck pillows of like Phantom and I believe another character, but I didn't want a neck pillow because I just didn't need one. And I think it's the one that you kind of have to blow up yourself. I didn't want to do that. And also, not that I don't like Phantom, but I'm not a Phantom girly. But yeah. What did we do? Well, back to the first day. What did we do after? What did we do after? Oh yeah, there was actually a Niji-Sanji fans meetup after the first day, like after the convention ended for the day. It's really nice. I got to meet a lot of people, made some new friends, and yeah, it was kind of chaotic though, in my opinion, just because there was a lot of us, and basically the how was it I want to try and meet up again. The meetup itself was basically just, so the only way I heard about low-key scarred from the last, so it was really nice. I think it's really nice when you go with people you already know and one who's kind of sociable. The only way that I knew about this meetup was because one of my friends, like one of the friends that I came with, said that there was gonna be a meetup at the pub, at a pub that I don't know. I think they reserved for. I think that, yeah, they reserved it, and it was basically just a free for anybody who is a Niji-Sanji fan. You don't need to like bring anything. Just come and chill and hang out. And when we got there, so we met up with my friend's other group of friends, and they were all trying to figure out like how to get there. We ended up eating a little bit before going into the pub because we didn't want to eat pub food. Pub food gets really expensive, so we just want to go there for drinks. So we go there and we asked the hostess, like, oh, is there a group for, like, we're here for like a group. We literally told them we're here for Niji-Sanji. Like, is there a Niji-Sanji here? And then the hostess lady just says like, oh yeah, you want to go down that street and turn the corner, down the hill and turn the corner again. And I'm thinking to myself, are they just trying to get rid of us because we're a bunch of weebs in this area? In this area, we're the only ones cosplaying because this is old Montreal rather than Chinatown Montreal. Chinatown Montreal is the closest to the convention center, so it's full of a bunch of cosplayers and weebs. Where we were, where the pub was, we were the only ones cosplaying. And the whole time we were walking, they were like, we totally belong here. We totally belong here. Definitely belong here. And then we saw one Kazuha walk by, like, and we pointed at him, and we got his attention. We're like, yeah, he belongs here too. We all belong here. So we get to the pub, and we asked for where Niji-Sanji was, and apparently there was actually another entrance to go to for the reservation, and we got there, and so a lot better than my meetup. I vaguely recall what you told me about your meetup, but it is a lot better than yours. So we got there and we asked for Niji-Sanji again, and the hostess from this side of the pub said like, oh yeah, we can seat you guys inside, like there's already people here, we can seat you guys inside if you're the only ones left of this group. We go in and there's already a big group. But we were able to get seats, but then maybe like 10-15 minutes later they were like, oh, we actually have a bigger space for you guys if you want to just move to the other side. Not like the other side like where we originally were at, but like the other side of the space that we were currently occupying. They basically just put us against the wall with a bunch of tables, basically like a large booth area. And you know, it was encouraged to like sit mixed up with each other. Like you can still be with your group, but like sit next to like somebody that you don't know and then maybe talk with them. And I actually managed to meet some like really cool people. She's like really, like, especially this one person, they're really nice. And they had like, Honey's seen it, they had a whole bunch of Niji puppets, and then eventually we asked the whole group, like, hey, everyone get your like Niji Sanji puppets and plushies and merch out, and we're just gonna take one picture on the table to make it look like they're up for sacrifice or something. And that's and Honey's seen it, and it literally just looks like they're up for sacrifice underneath a spotlight. It was really cute because one of them had a Pixie. The Pixie was really cute. I wanted one, even though I'm not a Rosemi Oshi, but she's like really cute. But then also seeing everyone's Ita bags makes me want to be an Ita bag girly, so I don't know if I want to make an Ita bag for Pomu. But yeah, so our whole time there, we're just kind of like chatting, conversing. I didn't eat anything, but I did get one drink, which was really good. It was like citrusy, orangey. It was really good. I liked it. But like that was my first drink in a couple months actually. But yeah, it got a little late and we wanted to go home, so we just paid for our stuff and left. Luckily, their system is like so organized where when we were taking orders, they actually took our names and put individual like tabs for the group of us. And mind you, there's like 20 of us, but because it was like a huge group, when some people were ordering food, but I don't think anybody was really keeping track of what they ordered because the servers kept calling out, you know, the names of the food and no one was claiming it until like maybe like 5-6 calls in. But maybe they just weren't paying attention, but I can tell that the servers are getting fed up, or like at least a little bit frustrated. Even in a pub, the vibes sound nice. The vibes are very nice. The pub is very tiny though, even though I guess that's why there's like 2 halves in one space or one building. But yeah, eventually we went home and got cleaned up, showered, finally released my hair from its opposite split. It felt really weird having my hair split on the opposite side, but now it's back to normal. Thank God. Oh, I guess on the walk back, are you bringing cosplay to Dibney? I don't know. Like, I could probably bring Yuta's top and that's about it. I could. If you ask me to, I probably will. But, yeah. When we eventually went home, we actually decided instead of taking the bus home, like we take the subway, but then we also have to take the bus home. Instead of taking the bus home, we just walked it because we decided to actually stop by the quote-unquote fancy convenience store. It's not fancy, it's just bigger. The fancy convenience store to get shampoo and toilet paper rolls. And the only reason why we got to the shampoo is because even though the Airbnb provided shampoo, none of us wanted to touch the Head and Shoulders shampoo that they provided. It was a 2-in-1. We didn't want to use it. We don't like Head and Shoulders here. So we bought shampoo and conditioner. Like the travel-sized one, so it wasn't that bad. And it was just enough for all 3 of us. And then we got home. And then rested. Watched more VTubers. And then day 2. What was day 2 again? Day 2 was... As you should. Yes. I refuse to use Head and Shoulders. The last time I used Head and Shoulders was a Kata trip with a bunch of my other friends from a couple years... not even a couple years back at this point. Like a good number of years back now. God, I'm showing my age. and it was like the minty menthol kind, so when I used it, my head felt so cold and airy the entire time. It felt really weird. Felt like my head should not be feeling this way. You know how like mint feels, right? Like anything with menthol, that, but like all over your scalp. And I love mint and menthol like things, but I don't know if I liked it on my scalp. Oh yeah, now okay, I remember what day 2 was now. Day 2 was actually the Q&A. The Q&A that we had to be up early for. I think the Q&A was like one of the very first things in the morning. So again, this time we weren't cosplaying at all. Thank God. So it didn't take as long to get ready. And we woke up, we got dressed, we Ubered again because we wanted to be there as early as possible. Get through the gates as early as possible and rush to the panel room. And luckily the panel room was the same room that the game show was in, so it was easy to find. And when we got there, there's already like maybe like 2-3 people already lined up. We were fine, we were solid. And beside and I think, was it in front of us? No. Yes? Oh, yes, in front of us. In front of us was a group of, I believe, Luxium cosplayers, and they were really, really good looking. And I think, no, not Luxium. They were behind us. In front of us, I believe, was I don't remember. But I remember commenting, like, thinking they were really, really, like, they were really nice. They were really good. But yeah, anyways, so we got there, we waited, I believe it was supposed to be 10:45 that they were supposed to start, but I think that also got pushed a little closer to 11 because they had to wait for them to be ready, which is fine, totally solid. So we go in. We basically got the same seats that we had last time. Oh, no, I gotta head out, but I hope you have a great stream. Enjoyed your story so far, but I hope to catch you another time. Bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you, Mew. Enjoy the rest of your day or night or whatever it is that you are doing. I'm sorry. But thank you for stopping by. Bye-bye. So, we got in. We basically had the same seats that we had during the game show. So we were very, very close to the screen. My friend, who is the Albin Oshi, was so excited because for the whole day yesterday, they were trying to think of what to ask Albin, because she was going to talk to Albin for the very first time. She was so excited, but she was also very nervous. I didn't have anything to ask. Like, I could have, in retrospect, I could have just asked Uki, or, you know, asked Uki to give a shout out to my sister who is an Uki Oshi, but I didn't think of it at the time. But once it got started, we were sitting right next to the microphone that that people would be using to ask questions. So as soon as they said you can line up for the microphone now, I got rushed. Like I was sitting next to it, so like people from my row wanted to get to the microphone. My friend and the other friend that I made the night before at the Niji Sanji meetup were all rushing to the mic. So she and my Albin Oshi friend were the first and the second person in line. I managed to get everything on camera. I recorded the whole thing for them. I don't know if I want to upload that on YouTube or upload it privately and then send the links out to people, but that would probably go on my my personal YouTube that I use for just watching subscriptions. I'm gonna think about the logistics of that later. But yeah, it was really cute, really sweet. A lot of people got a lot of shout outs. For this time around, Uki and Albin were actually giving autographs away to whenever they they really like your question, which is kind of a hard thing to gauge. We didn't know until after like maybe the first couple of questions, like what is a good question, okay, like, or what did they deem like a good question. But you know, whatever your question was, you just get to ask it. But yeah, that was really cute, really sweet. And then after my friend who was second in line asked her question, she was basically on a high all day, having spoken to Albin at all. And honestly, I'm so happy for her because I want to get that feeling one day. So I'm living vicariously through her. I think my my other friend who's in Lyra Oshi said that this is basically how they felt when they had met Alira last year at the last Otakuthon meet and greet. Kind of sucks that Uki and Albin didn't do a meet and greet this time around. Awiwa! But yeah, the Q&A wasn't very long. It was about, the whole panel itself was supposed to be an hour. The Q&A part was only 45 minutes, and then the last 15 minutes was basically like a giant room rock paper scissors tournament, whereas you would hold up your hand and just do rock paper scissors, and like whatever like Uki and Albin decided as a rock, you'd either have to defeat it. You'd have to defeat it. So if you lost or had the same answer as them, you'd lost. You'd have to sit down. And my Lyra Oshi friend managed to get to like maybe the second last round before they were booted off. But before they lost, basically. We were just kind of hoping for them to like, please get to the last part, get to the end, but nah. It was really fun, really, really sweet. And then, yeah. And then I think the rest of the day after that was actually, the rest of the day, because on Sunday, the next day after that would be the concert. I realized I didn't bring my light sticks. I was so bummed. I realized I should have brought my light sticks. My backpack of light sticks. You know, actually, I kind of want to do like a backpack of light sticks tour eventually, just to show what I have. It's not going to be very long because I don't have a lot, but yeah, I have a lot. I do have a lot, but not as much as you would probably expect. And then that day was also the Kanabun concert that was happening. So my Alira Oshi friend was gonna go line up for that eventually, but we did like do one actual good look of vendors to maybe find a light stick, like if like a stall was happening to sell light sticks. Unfortunately none were, but then that day would just be, you know, do we want to make some extra purchases, or do we want to just have a good final look around? Because on Sunday we knew we were just going to get there early to line up as early as possible to maybe not have to do anything, or not have to like waste any time buying anything. I do remember that that day was like as soon as I was free from there, or I was available to, I would hit the Arcanite store. The Arcanite store was the best part of that day, aside from having to be in a Q&A with Uki and Albin. Oh, it's midnight. Oh shit. I think other than that, we didn't do any other we didn't do any other anything after that other than it's late. Yeah, I know. I should probably go to bed soon. But let me go through last day. Last day was a shit show to say the least. Okay, so the last day we knew we wanted to be there early. The last day, Sunday morning, we knew we wanted to be there early. Yes, we slept a little late, but we knew we were gonna be there early, whatever. We're used to running on like 4 hours, 5 hours of sleep. So we get there for 10 o'clock. Oh no, we get there around like 9:50, and we were walking towards like the back, I guess? Would you call that the back entrance? An alternate entrance for the con. And by the time we get there, it's all. Did you see new Star Rail women? Oh, you mean Jinglu and Jinglu Topaz? Who's Topaz? Oh, she pretty. Topaz and Numby? Who's Numby? Is Numby the pig? Is Numby the trotter? I'm Numby. Jinglu I definitely was planning on getting. Damn, okay. She's Fire Hunt. Okay. And then Jinglu is Ice Destruction. Okay. I will have to make some decisions because I'm still trying to get E2 Kafka. Which I did do a 10 pull today and I did not get her yet. But yeah. Anyway, so we get there, we get inside for 10 o'clock. We basically have to walk all the stairs up to the one of the concert halls, I believe. And it's at the very top of the floor. We get there. Somebody's already there waiting. It's 10 o'clock, maybe 10:15. And somebody's already there waiting, which is fine. We were expecting that. We weren't expecting there to be like a big lineup because the night before, my Alira Oshi friend was told by their friend, a different friend, that people are planning to start lining at 12, like at noon. So we thought, okay, well then we just gotta at least beat them to the punch, get there as early as possible. As early as possible would be opening, like the con opening for the day. And we get there, and once people started coming up and waiting for the thing. So okay, no, before that there was already a line formed there, and that was because at the very first event of the day in that concert hall room was the cosplay, like some sort of cosplay showcase or contest. And people were already waiting there, so we're like, okay, cool, we won't wait in that line because that line is for that event. And this was the only event before the Niji concert. We figured once that line goes in, we can maybe start forming an unofficial line so that we can wait for the actual Niji concert. Once that line goes in, it's already like, and that event was supposed to start at I think 11 or 10:45. That cosplay event didn't let people in until like maybe 11-ish. We figured, okay, fine, whatever, right? And that means that the people who were waiting for the Niji concert was starting to form groups and unofficial lines where they weren't supposed to be. But because we had no clear direction on what we could do, we even asked staff what we could do. We weren't given a clear answer. They were also like confused as to why people are already lining up for the Niji concert 4 to 5 hours early. And I'm thinking, dude, have you not been to a concert before? Have you not seen people who go to concerts before? No matter who it is, people are gonna line up early. That's my take on it, at least. So when we asked staff, like, once this line goes in, can we start forming a line where the queue space is, like the actual line space? Because like there's already ropes and shit and stanchions already prepared to control that line. Why can't we just go to that line? They're like, no, let's they were like, no, we're gonna find out what we can actually do. So now they're just asking around each other what they can do, because people are gonna start forming a line. Once and finally, maybe after 20 minutes, they're like, okay, so the line is the actual official line for the concert is gonna start at 2 p.m. The concert starts itself is supposed to start at 3:30. So they're telling us we have to start lining up an hour before the actual thing. And I'm thinking, no. If you make us line up that late, you're gonna have a mob on your hands. You're gonna have people rushing and pushing and fighting each other to get to the front of, like, at least to the front-ish of the line so they can get decent seats. We're like, oh, okay, well, can we just start, like, standing around here so that we can wait for the actual event, because we don't want to go anywhere, because we want to get good seats. We were here since basically opening for the day. One dude was there since opening for the day. We came like 10 minutes after. And they're like, I guess you can, as long as you don't block the stairs or the elevator, and you keep very small and you don't look like you're waiting for something. And there's already a bunch of people here, and he's like, make friends, make it look like you're chilling. And we're like, okay, cool, we're gonna chill then. We actually did end up making friends with some of the people in the line, which is really nice. But as time went on, more and more people showed up, and more masses formed, and more groups started to get bigger. And we were telling everybody, like, hey, they told us we can't make a huge crowd, so if you want, either we get closer to the wall so we don't block anything, or we have to take turns making laps around the con, because we can't be a huge group. No one was listening. We were telling them, like, if they don't, they're gonna kick us up. They're all gonna make us leave and come back later, which we don't want. No one was listening. So I took it upon myself to, like, hey, well, if this is gonna happen, I'm just gonna, like, take a walk around the con to see if I want to buy anything last minute, because I know that I asked my sister for something, like, my sister, if she wanted anything, and do you guys want anything so I can buy it for you and I'll bring it up later. So I ended up, and I did, they asked me to get a couple of things, and I did get it. But once I came back, and I was gone for like maybe 15-20 minutes the most, when I came back, our group had almost tripled, because my Lyra Oshu friend, their group came as well, and they're also a group of like 5-6 people. And and I'm just thinking, I'm like saying to myself, we're gonna get kicked out because we're too big, and now multiple lines are forming, because now it looks like we actually are waiting for the Niji event. So we were just telling them, like, hey, you want to take a couple of laps around the con? We'll keep your space for you, but we can't be a big group. And nobody was listening.
And I get it. It's like one of those things where like I just got here and you're just telling me to leave. And I'm like, well, and I'm just thinking, like, even if that's the case, we're holding your spot for you. So it should be okay, right? Anyways, it did come to the point where we were asked to disperse. And now everyone's annoyed and pissed because we were here since the morning and now we're being asked to disperse because people who came later wouldn't listen to our warnings. So luckily my friend's other friend group decided to like, hey, we can actually occupy this space over here to make it seem like we're just chilling. As long as we're not a huge group, you can just come up later and we'll hold your spot for you, which is great. This was like really close to the front of the line. That other dude who was here, who was like at the very beginning, was there in that space as well. So we're like hoping that, you know, if anything happens, we'd still have our space in line. And this is like, we got dispersed around 12 o'clock or like 12:30ish. So what me and my friends did, we just waited one floor down into like this actual like chill space area while we just waited for the actual when it's closer to the time we can actually start lining up. And we're just like kind of chilling, but also thinking to ourselves like, yeah, the con staff here are fucking stupid. Like, they just didn't, there was no organization. Nobody expected their line to form up so early in the morning, and nobody was there to actually delegate actual instructions or if this thing happened. Because like even if you didn't expect a huge line to form for a concert, there's like no way that you wouldn't at least have someone experienced in forming fucking lines. But yeah, and take it in that there was still nobody in the actual lineup space for the room. We don't understand why they didn't just let us sit in the actual lineup space. But, you know, whatever, I guess. So fast forward to like around 1:45, we decided to go back upstairs and check on the actual line situation. We get upstairs and now 2 lines have formed. One that's close to the actual lineup space, that's full of the early people, which includes me, my other friends, and a bunch of like a couple of other people, and a bunch of people who came later. The later people were forming a line along the actual rail of the top floor that was going way down. And now that it's now closer to the actual lineup time, they were staff was deciding deciding who should line up first, like which side of the line should line up first. And then more people who came later started to join our line, and we're like, oh my god, now we're just like a huge mass. We can't keep standing in a huge mass, or else they're gonna kick us, like they're gonna disperse us again. Luckily, staff just told us to squeeze a little closer to the wall because we can't block the elevator and the stairs and the escalator. But nobody still knew what was going on because they were still discussing on how to actually form this new, like how to converge both lines. The one thing I knew though, like which side of the line who should enter first, if anybody should enter first, it's the guy who came here right at 10 a.m. I would literally have actually like yelled and fought for him to actually be at the front of the line because he was here. It's not fair that he should be cut off from, like, basically be at the end of the line because you guys didn't know how to fucking work a line system. Luckily for us, we were able to enter first. So we got to, so we started, they actually started making us form in the actual queue space, the line queue. And we got pretty good like spot in line. We were like not the very front, but we were very, very close to the front. But the thing that is that when we started making that big line, they were like, no one is allowed to sit. And I'm like, okay, well, we're just gonna be standing for an hour then. 5 minutes later, oh, okay, you guys can sit. Make up your goddamn fucking mind. And I think because when we sit, and I think it's just that when we sit, we'll take up a little bit more extra room, because then everyone's gonna be slightly pushed back. But also, like, there's some people in fucking cosplay, or people who are physically unable to stand for for a long time. You're gonna tell them they're not allowed to sit? Okay. They eventually let us sit down. And we're just kind of chilling, making new friends, talking with each other. There was a group of Luxium cosplayers behind us. They were so fucking pretty. I kind of wished I did get a picture of them, but I was actually kind of too shy to ask them, because we were also kind of not arguing with them, but also like venting our frustrations with each other about staff. And I literally said, nothing builds a friendship better than being mad at staff. Being mad at a common enemy. Well, yeah. So now it's getting closer to the wire, like the actual actual concert time. And they told us and then someone with a megaphone comes out and says, we're actually gonna delay it for about 15 minutes because there are some technical difficulties. We're like, okay, 15 extra minutes, that's not bad. That means we can just continue to sit and talk. Once it's like 3:15-ish, they're like, oh, I have some bad news. We're gonna have to delay a little bit longer because of more technical difficulties. Like, okay, sure. That's fine, I guess. Now we're like a half hour to like 45 minutes late by the time more news comes out. But this time the guy was like, he comes out with his megaphone, he comes out and he says, I have pause no news. And we just actually stood there just cheering because, well, at least it's not bad news. At least it's not gonna cancel the actual show. We were just actually like, we actually were cheering for him, like, yes, no news is good news. At least he's not canceling the actual thing, because now we're about an hour late now. So once like he leaves, we just sit down, we're still chilling. The actual manager for Niji-Sanji, like one of the managers for Niji-Sanji comes out and he says like, just a fair warning, you guys, we're still having technical difficulties, and he's like appreciating us for our patience and everything. We're trying to get them resolved as soon as possible, blah, blah, blah. You know, very corporate way of saying things, right? But we're like, okay, just get them ready for us, we'll wait as long as we need to. But this is also, the convention actually ends at 5. It is now 4:30. It is now like, no, not 4:30. It is now like 4 o'clock. The con ends at 5. We have an hour left. And we're hoping like, please don't cancel the whole thing once the actual convention closes. Now it's fast forward to 4:30. We're finally able to go in. We're like cheering. We're finally moving. We're getting our badges scanned and everything. We go in. the hall is fucking huge. But we go in and we were asking some of the like Niji Sanji fans, like my Lira Oshi friends were asking staff like, hey, can we have an actual tiger pit, or like can we have like this space here to do wotage? They told us no. How are you gonna make a bunch of wodas not woda at an idol convention? I was so bummed that we could not do wotage. Like, I don't know the full waza, the full tiger thing, like the full wotage. I don't know it, but like the energy and the hype you feel from being around that kind of energy is incomparable when you are a woda fan, when you are an idol fan, when you're around other people doing things like that, and now you're being told no. That's not fair. So bummed. I haven't been able to do that for years at this point. I wish we could have. But I mean, they let us like do our fan chants and, you know, wave our light sticks and shit like that. Like, that's... One sec. Sorry, my sister came in. But yeah, no, being told no is like one of those things where you basically told a child that they can't have their favorite food, like their favorite snack. You want you want it so bad, but you can't have it until later. Or even ever. But, you know, whatever. Rules are rules, I guess. Of course, there was no... Okay, this is also a confusing thing. They told us no picture or video, which makes sense, I guess, because the JP senpais are there. And there's probably just some, you know, copyright issues and shit like that. And then when it started, they said, okay, you could take pictures, just no video. And and then afterwards, when it was encore time, they said, okay, you can take video now. The concert itself was like really enjoyable, really, really fun. Albin sang a lot of Disney songs. Uki sang his originals. Sister Claire and Hoshikawa Sara, they sang a couple of ballads and some hype songs. But the thing that was the coolest thing about that whole thing was that Hoshikawa Sara, she sang Connect by Claris. Claris is one of the most wotageable songs in, I think, history. And they told us we weren't allowed to tiger to it. I was so mad. I was so upset because we weren't allowed to like get up from our seats. I wish, but no, we could not. Unfortunate. But the whole concert itself was like still really, really fun, really, really nice. A lot of ballads, rather than a lot of hyper songs. But which is fine. It's fine. And then encore was virtual to live, which is why they probably let us record video of it, because it's their song. The only other like issues about that concert was probably just the audio mixing was really, really bad. The music was either too loud or the actual vocals, like their mics were too quiet, because you can barely hear Uki, you can barely hear Sister Claire, you can kind of hear Albin, and you could have kind of hear Sara. And I think this is why they were having technical issues, coupled with the fact that their models were kind of lagging. But what can you do? They couldn't delay it any longer. At that point, we were delayed by an hour and a half. They couldn't delay it any longer. But oh well. By the time it ended, it was already like an hour past the actual convention end time, which is okay, I guess. Because at least they didn't like cancel the whole thing. Somehow I feel like there probably could have been more, but probably not as well. I think the whole thing was just meant for an hour. Or actually no, an hour and a half. Oh well. But yeah, that was the last day of the con. Then we went to go eat ramen. Oh, second day actually, we made some more friends. We went to karaoke. That was also really fun. That's only when my voice was kind of shot. And then after the concert on the Sunday, me screaming my heart out for the calls, also kind of strained my voice. So it's that's okay. It's fine. It was fun. All that matters is it was fun. But yeah, that was the con. And now I'm tired of talking. I don't know how to segue this. All that, oh, Alina. All that matters is you should rest. Yeah, how are you? I'm good. How are you? That was my time in Montreal. My ankles didn't buckle this year. Context sake, last year when I was in Montreal, my ankles just kept buckling for no reason. This year did not buckle at all. Maybe I'll try to figure out a con haul stream, maybe like an unboxing con haul stream. I didn't get that much, so I don't know how long that's gonna be. Once my gloves get in, I'm gonna have to figure out the logistics of that. The last day, like the day that we had to leave, we got some brunch. What else did we do? Okay, so we had to check out around 11 a.m. We did not get checkout instructions, but we did ask them like if there's anything specific that we needed to do, and they're like, no, just put your keys back in the lockbox and we'll handle the rest. But we ended up just like throwing out the garbage anyways, even though they probably just wanted us to leave it there, which was cool. But you know, I feel every Airbnb has asked us to take out the garbage for them, and I kind of feel bad just leaving the garbage, so we just did it. Also, I taught my friends the origin of Pisidachi. If you need to learn the origins of Pisidachi, I got you. For whatever reason. But yeah. Oh, and then what's it called? When we were basically on the way home, we got another 4-seater, and unfortunately our 4th seat was taken by a rando stranger. I wanted to just put my chairs on it, and I was sitting next to them. Nothing on the rando stranger. I'm just like, damn. I wish we got the 4-seater on our own. I ended up falling asleep a couple times, and then I think Rosamie was having her new outfit stream, so I ended up using my data and watching it on the train with my friends, even though the guy was next to me. He was not watching, but I could have let him watch. I could have reverted him, but no. But the thing is that when Rosamie's stream, Rosamie was in the middle of her reveal, it was on her feet still, and someone walked by and saw that me and my friends were watching Rosamie's feet. And they double took for a second and walked off really quickly to not. And then So as we were watching, I noticed that in the reflection of the window behind my phone, I saw someone like kind of looking over to our seats, and I couldn't tell if they were looking over at us because they had sunglasses on, but they were like kind of looking directly into our booth, and I'm like, you're watching anime nerds, VTuber weebs watching a new outfit reveal, and all you see is just Rosemi's legs very, very slowly coming up. Embarrassing, but you know what? Live your truth. It's what we do. Oh well. And then the post-con depression kind of hit all of us. I'm really hoping that because my friend who's the albino, she has been riding the high all weekend, and the post-con depression really hit her. Really hit her hard. And she hopes that one day that Pomu comes here, and then I get to live that kind of life. But yeah, that was my Otakuthon trip. But also that I think Hoshikawa Sara posted a Shikishi board of Ian members in Canada. They wanted to meet her, and Pomu, I was actually watching Pomu's stream before I took my nap, said that she was in Canada and she wanted to meet the JP senpai, and that means that Pomu was like in the same room as me, and I was breathing the same air, and I'm not okay after I being in the same room as Pomu, breathing the same air as Pomu. Like, she was an artist. I could have brushed past her, and I wouldn't know it. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. I hope everybody liked my stories. I miss going to a con. After that con, I kind of want to make an Ida bag now. I want to cosplay Solid Pomu. My friends and I are actually planning on probably doing like an Oshi related, like my friend wants to do an Albin variation, my other friend wants to do a Lyra variation. I kind of want to do either like Solid Pomu or Butler Pomu instead of like Maid Pomu, but that remains to be seen. We'll work on that. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed. I think I'm gonna go and lay down now, actually go to sleep because I have work tomorrow. I spoke a lot. I need to rest my voice now. Okay. Good night. Goodbye. Wait, how many beers do I have? I only have the one. Okay. Really no point in rating somebody. Anyways, goodbye everybody. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Goodbye.